How to add a new property. It's important to note you must have an incident and an offense saved and selected prior to adding a property. Click the New Property button, which will bring up the property search screen, where you have several ways to navigate. You can click the Search button and all the property in the system will populate the table, and then you can scroll down until you found the property you are looking for. Another way is to fill out any of the filters and then click the Search button, and only the properties of that profile will populate the table, narrowing down the search. And the last option is to add a new property to the table. You would fill out a unique field to that property, like the VIN number or serial number. And click Search, which will then prompt you that there are no matches to your criteria. Would you like to create one? Click Yes, which will bring up the new property details screen. Notice there is no property number when the page opens. Only once you are done filling out the information needed and the Save button has been clicked will the property number be generated. There are 3 property types: drug, property, and vehicle. For our example, we'll be using property. Then, was the owner notified, and was the property logged into evidence? But once you have chosen a property type, you can start filling out the classification information. The property loss type, where you can choose whether the property is stolen, seized, found, and so forth. The property description type, where you can select the type of property, and for our example it's a bicycle. And then the property description. Then you can fill out the owner information. If known, click the Add View button and type in the person's name. And if correct, select that person. Then you would fill out the details page, the value of the bike, the quantity, and any other information you might have. Given that our bike is stolen, we will not have any recovery information, but if the property is recovered, you would come back and you would fill this out: the recovery date, the value of the property, when it was recovered, how it was recovered, the location, and also if it gets released back to the owner, given to or for a court date, the date and the reason. So click Save, and the property will save, which will bring you back to the property page. Once here, double click the property just saved, and all the information you entered will populate the fields.